smells kind of gross, but we're saving the planet, so that's the priority.
40% of food goes uneaten by Americans every year. Americans are throwing away $165 billion in food every year. Meanwhile, 42 million Americans, 13 million of which are children, don't have access to enough food to maintain a healthy lifestyle. I'm Merle, I'm a tasty producer here in New York, and hearing all of those facts is terrifying. So what are we gonna do about it? Here in New York, we have 8 active tasty producers that are regularly filming and testing recipes. So we go through a lot of food, and that means a lot of food scraps end up in the trash. So for the past week, I collected all of the food waste we produced and I weighed it. 61 pounds? That number is so scary because if you multiply that by 4,
that's 244 pounds a month. And if you multiply that number by 12,
that's 2,928 pounds a year. That's a lot of food waste. I can't help but think there's more we could do about it. I am here today because I'm challenging our tasty producers to produce 0 food waste for 7 days, both in work and at home. Oh man.
That sounds difficult. Like, what does it entail though?
While you're at work and while you're at home, instead of throwing your scraps away, you're gonna be composting everything. And also like just be more mindful about how much food you're ordering, how much food you're using for shoots. So will you pledge to take this challenge with your signature?
All right, fine, yes.
Easy, let's do it. No, like blood pledge?
That's later. I can't do that on camera.
It's gonna be challenging, but I think it'll be really rewarding.
It's a good challenge.
This positivity is honestly gonna make me so emotional. After spending the morning hunting everyone down, I finally got all of them to sign away their rights to waste any food for the next week. It would be impossible to cook the amount of food that we do and come out of it with 0 food byproducts. So I encouraged producers, first and foremost, to limit their intake of food to only what they need, and to give away any extra food to those in need, or those even around the office. Composting was only supposed to be used as a last resort.
So I've tasked myself with eating this apple with as little waste as possible. I'm gonna go compost it, and I feel so much better about myself. It's crazy.
So I have this extra batch of sweet potato hummus. Instead of throwing it out, I'm going to save it and maybe eat it as a snack tomorrow.
I decided the most foolproof way to ensure we would consistently compost in the Tasty Kitchen was to organize a compost program. So I decided to take it upon myself to try and make that happen. I called at least 9 different companies, researched all afternoon, and talked about compost for a couple of hours until I finally found one woman who seemed like she could help.
This is Meredith.
Hi Meredith, my name is Merle. I'm interested in bringing composting to my company that I work at.
Awesome. That's great to hear, Merle.
We talked for 30 minutes about how to make this happen. Toward the end, I was feeling pretty hopeful. I think it's gonna happen. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Okay, so I'm waiting to talk to the facilities manager today about bringing composting to the office. Very nervous, but after my phone call yesterday with Meredith, I'm feeling pretty good, but I don't know what she's gonna say, so wish me luck. I just talked to facilities. We're gonna be able to get a compost situation rolling out for the Tasty Kitchen, which is great news. I don't know how this is happening right now, but we're making it work, people. We're gonna be composting. It's gonna be great. We're gonna officially have composting in the Tasty Kitchen.
What?
Forever.
Are you serious? This makes it so much easier. This is all I've wanted this entire time. Because if you give people the ability and make it easy for them, they'll do it. It's just when it's an inconvenience.
I was so happy to see that people were excited at the idea of having a compost system in the kitchen. So the next step was to have Meredith come in and talk compost with us.
Why is composting important? Everyone eats, so everyone generates food waste. Food scraps go to a landfill. They get suffocated, and in that environment, which we refer to as an anaerobic environment, one without oxygen, methane is a byproduct. Methane is a greenhouse gas. It's more potent than carbon dioxide in terms of its warming potential, and it's a pretty easy solution. Removing food scraps from our waste stream to avoid methane production and to mitigate further, greenhouse gas emissions and climate change is very important. And if we all can play a part in that process by putting our food scraps in a separate bin in our houses, why wouldn't we?
Meredith talked to our producers to make sure they knew how to properly compost before she handed over our shiny new bin.
Thanks for your time, guys.
I used Merle's compost bin. It really wasn't hard or scary, and I don't know why I was so scared. There's no reason not to be doing it.
I just gotta say, I feel like the world is a little bit of a better place now. Not taking all the credit, but I'm taking a little piece of the credit.
Meredith said that actually one of the best ways to reduce food waste is to eat it. So that's what we're gonna go do, is eat some tasty leftovers.
What I've been doing.
Yeah. Yes.
I forgot to compost. Hello. This is my walk of shame.
So here's a lot of the stuff that we've gone through. Freezing it also helps to keep the odors at bay when I'm opening and adding to it.
Also, look at how crazy this is. This is a day and a half worth of compost.
Here we have glorious Union Square Farmers Market. Look what I found, all this compost.
I just cleaned out my refrigerator and I filled up one Tupperware container. I'm gonna put it in a paper bag and walk it up to the farmer's market.
I have some food waste that I created the other day. I am tempting to put them in the composting bin, but I think that maybe I can make something out of it. I managed to make quite a pretty tasty salad. Now I'm gonna see who I can share it with.
So instead of composting all of these perfectly good leftovers, we're gonna give them away to people at the office.
Okay, I love my team, love them to death, but I'm not a fool. I'm gonna check the trash bins to make sure nothing goes undetected.
What the hell?
Okay, it's a full orange. I knew there would be some slip-ups along the way, which is totally fine and to be expected, but they were not going to elude the trash lady. Not on my watch. Just like anything else, composting needs to become a habit, and soon enough, it'll be second nature. So, it's time to weigh any trash that people accidentally accumulated that would be going to landfill. As a whole, the Tasty Kitchen looks sparkling clean. Everyone's done a fantastic job of trying to keep and use our produce to its fullest potential, and if not, just to give it away. We're gonna compare this number with our number from last week, which was 61 pounds. The verdict is in, and we got 3.5 pounds. From 61 pounds to 3.5 pounds is amazing. I'm so happy for everyone. I'm really proud of us.
All of the food that goes to waste in the Tasty Kitchen, I'm just shocked that we weren't doing this before.
It's really nice to know that anything that doesn't get eaten or that people leave behind that ordinarily I would just throw away can be repurposed in some fashion.
Kermit the Frog once said, "It's not easy being green," but I'm here to tell you, oh yes it is.